Mr. President, on Rogers, sorry.
Quisiera primero, I would like to first thank everyone for, especially Mr. President, for his kindness and to invite us over to talk about these very important topics which are common to both countries. I'd like to thank the President for the warmth with which he has greeted us. And I have to stress the fact that our relationship between Ecuador and the USA is a relationship of fraternity that has been that dates back a very long time. We actually have taken the foundational principles of the US as a basis for our own foundational principles to create the first Republic of Ecuador. We are going to be discussing issues that are common to both nations, such as democracy, liberty, freedom, respect to human rights, the fight against organized crime, the fight against drug trafficking, the fight against corruption. And we are going to also be speaking about the importance of this investment, trade, technology, transfer, that are all common principles to us. We know that both our peoples want to be governed with justice and equality, and that is what both of us are striving for.
We want to thank you very much. This is a great honor to be with you. Okay, do you have any questions?
On Roger Stone, sir, on Roger Stone,
Yeah.
isn't your tweet political interference?
No, not at all. He was treated very badly. 9 years recommended by 4 people that perhaps they were Mueller people. I don't know who they were, prosecutors. And they, I don't know what happened. They all hit the road pretty quickly. Look, you had somebody just recently, you saw what happened. He got 2 months. He got sentenced to 2 months for leaking classified information at the highest level.
Who's that?
They treated Roger Stone very badly. They treated everybody very badly. And if you look at the Mueller investigation, it was a scam because it was illegally set up. It was set up based on false documentation and false documents. You look at what happened, how many people were hurt, their lives were destroyed, and nothing happened with all the people that did it and launched a scam. Where's Comey? Where is Comey? What's happening to McCabe? What's happening to Lisa and Peter Strzok and Lisa Page? What's happening with them? It was a whole setup. It was a disgrace for our country, and everyone knows it too. Everyone, including NBC, which gives a lot of fake news. The fact is that Roger Stone was treated horribly, and so were many other people. Their lives were destroyed. And it turns out, you look at the FISA warrants and what just happened with FISA, where they found out it was fixed, that it was a dirty, rotten deal. So when you look at that and you see what happened to Roger Stone, but think of it, a man leaks classified information, highly classified. They give him 2 months. Roger Stone for doing, nobody even knows what he did. In fact, they said he intimidated somebody. That person said he had no idea he was going to jail for that. That person didn't want to press charges. They put him in for 9 years. It's a disgrace. And frankly, they ought to apologize to a lot of the people whose lives they've ruined. All right, next question. Next question.
Jury found guilty, though, right?
Go ahead.
Mr. President,
It's the first
are you considering a pardon for Roger Stone?
Wait.
What? Are you considering a pardon for?
I don't want to say that yet, but I tell you what, people were hurt viciously and badly by these corrupt people. And I want to thank, if you look at what happened, I want to thank the Justice Department for seeing this horrible thing. And I didn't speak to him, by the way, just so you understand. They saw the horribleness of a 9-year sentence for doing nothing. You have murderers and drug addicts, they don't get 9 years. 9 years for doing something that nobody even can define what he did. Somebody said he put out a tweet, and the tweet, you based it on that. We have killers, we have murderers all over the place, nothing happens. And then they put a man in jail and destroy his life, his family, his wife, his children. 9 years in jail, it's a disgrace. In the meantime, Comey walks around making book deals, the people that launched the scam investigation, and what they did is a disgrace. And hopefully it'll be treated fairly, everything else will be treated fairly.
Sir, aren't you speaking to the Attorney General for your tweets?
Una pregunta, gracias por atender
Yes.
a un periodista de Ecuador. Los indicadores macroeconómicos de los Estados Unidos están excelentes, lo felicito, señor presidente, pero los indicadores macroeconómicos de Latinoamérica, las expectativas de crecimiento están bajando y particularmente
especially
crecimiento de Ecuador está en
for
cero.
the growth in
¿Cómo
Ecuador, which is
ayudamos
at
a las
zero.
economías
How can we
latinoamericanas?
help
¿Cómo ayudamos a
Latin
Ecuador,
American
señor
economies?
presidente?
How can we help
Felicitaciones.
Ecuador, Mr. President, and congratulations.
Well, thank you. I love that question. I wish we had some people like that here. He's congratulating us on our great success as a country, and I want to congratulate you too, because what you've done in Ecuador and your president have done a fantastic job. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, you're concerned about the four prosecutors?
Thank you, Mr. President. It's been 17 years.
I'm not concerned about
It's been
anything.
17
Concerned
years
Does it
since
show that
the
there's
last
something wrong in
time
I'm
the
not
president
concerned
was
about
elected.
anything. They ought to go back to school and learn, because I'll tell you, what the way they treated people, nobody should be treated like
Some
that.
Republicans, sir, some Republicans
Thank
said.
you so much. It's been 17 years since the last time a president from Ecuador visited the White House and a president of the United States did an official visit
And when
for
was
them.
it? When was it?
17 years ago. It was with George W. Bush in 2003. What changed now? What is your specific interest with Ecuador now? And usted also, in Spanish now, presidente de Ecuador, es la primera vez que se produce un viaje oficial en 17 años desde 2003. ¿Qué ha cambiado ahora? Thank you, Mr. President.
She did a good job. Go ahead. I think I understood it.
¿Quieren que conteste yo?
It's the best.
Encantado, señorita, sí. Ecuador, después de una época bastante difícil en sus relaciones internacionales, ha decidido renovar, ha decidido refrescar su relación internacional y acercarse bastante más a quienes han sido permanentemente más afectos a nuestra forma de pensar y a nuestra forma de ser. No sé si lo ha traducido inmediatamente.
Ecuador has, after having gone through very hard times, and especially in regards to its international relationships, has decided to come together again with the international community and bring refreshed relationships to those who are who have the same way of thinking as we do. We wanted to come closer to them.
Recordemos que Estados Unidos es el principal socio comercial de Ecuador, por una parte, y por otra parte también, vuelvo a recalcar, coincidimos en valores que nos son bastante comunes, como son la libertad, la democracia, la justicia, la solidaridad, la fraternidad y el respeto a los derechos.
Señor presidente,
Mr.
Lenin
President,
Moreno, buenas tardes.
some
¿Cómo
Republicans
está?
have expressed, oh, sorry.
Señor presidente,
Sure.
Lenin
The
Moreno.
USA,
Yes, of course.
Don't
we
interrupt.
need to remember that the USA is the main trade partner for Ecuador. And this is not only in terms of trade, but because we share many common values such as the love for liberty, democracy, justice, solidarity, fraternity, and the respect of human rights.
Señor presidente,
And I
Lenin
can tell you
Moreno.
the thing that's changed from our standpoint, we're the number one economy in the world by far. We've never done better. We have the strongest markets we've ever had. The market is up very substantially today, 250 points when I last looked. And our country has never done better militarily. We've rebuilt our military. We've cut our taxes. We've cut regulations at a level that nobody's ever been able to cut them. And our country is doing great, and we've really reestablished a lot of relationships, but we have certainly reestablished it with Ecuador. Ecuador had a very unusual outlook on life, but with your great president, he realizes how important it is to get along with the United States. And I want to just congratulate him because our relationship is very good. He's made tremendous progress.
Señor presidente, Lenin Moreno, muy buenas tardes.
Yeah, sure, we will, and they have incredible product, and they grow it, and they make it, and we like it, so we will. Sure. And they need our product, too.
Is it
Sir,
going to
some-
be like the USMCA, that's your model for that?
Well, that's a great model. We just finished that, and it's a great model with Mexico and with Canada. USMCA has been very successful. Already, the fruits are really taking place. You take a look at what's happening in terms of the kind of numbers we'll be doing with the USMCA, and this on a much smaller scale would be interesting. We are looking at that kind of a model, yes.
And in Venezuela, I'm going to talk about that, and are you worried about the assault on Juan Guaido yesterday when he arrived?
Yeah, we'll be looking at and talking about Venezuela, and it's always close to our heart. We have millions of people from Venezuela living in the United States very successfully. They love our country and they love Venezuela. We'll take care of the Venezuelan people.
Sir,
Señor
some
presidente,
Republicans said they
buenas
hope you
tardes.
learned a
Uno
lesson
de
from
los-
impeachment.
uno de
What
los
lesson have
temas
you learned from
que vamos-
You
impeachment?
weren't chosen, Steve.
Te vamos
Go
uno
ahead.
de los
Thank you,
temas
sir.
que vamos a
The
tratar en
Filipino
esta reunión es en
president
cuanto a la
decided to-
seguridad.
Excuse me, one second, we'll do this gentleman to you. Go ahead.
The president of the Philippines decided to sever a U.S. military pact with the United States. What was your reaction to that, sir? Is there anything to convince him otherwise?
Well, I never minded that very much, to be honest. We helped the Philippines very much. We helped them defeat ISIS. I get along, actually I have a very good relationship there, but I really don't mind. If they would like to do that, that's fine. We'll save a lot of money. You know, my views are different than other people. I view it as, thank you very much, we save a lot of money. But if you look back, if you go back 3 years ago, when ISIS was overrunning the Philippines, we came in and literally single-handedly were able to save them from vicious attacks on their islands. But I haven't heard exactly that, the way you expressed the question. And my relationship, as you know, is a very good one with their leader, and we'll see what happens. They'll have to tell me that. Yes, please, go ahead.
Thank you and good afternoon, Mr. President. Mi pregunta es, sabemos que vamos a tratar temas de seguridad aquí. Yo quisiera saber qué es lo que Ecuador pretende llevar desde Estados Unidos para abolir la seguridad, más que nada en el narcotráfico. My question is about security. We know that Ecuador has a problem with narcotraffic and some other problems. So one of the topics you're going to talk about is security. I want to know what Ecuador wants to learn from the United States in that topic.
Well, we're doing very well on our southern border. We're doing incredibly well. We built over 100 miles now. It's substantially more than that of wall. Very powerful wall. It's got all sorts of protections on it. We have alarm systems. We have lighting systems. We have everything you can have. It's pretty much the ultimate of what you can do in terms of that. We have great protection. We have great protection with our military. We've been dealing also with Mexico. Mexico has 27,000 soldiers on our southern border, and they've been great. And we just set another record. As you saw, the numbers have come way down in terms of people coming through our border, way down. They're going to be very low. And after the wall is complete, even in the areas where we're now over 100 miles, incredibly, the traffic has virtually stopped. It's come to a halt. The wall has been a tremendous thing. So we'll have that finished by the end of next year. And sometime during next year, we'll have it finished, and we'll probably be up to close, by the end of this year, close to 400 miles of wall, and it's made a tremendous difference. So we have great security. We'll be discussing with Ecuador their situation and their security. They do have a problem with the narcos, and that's not good, and we will be working with them to help.
Presidenta, ¿algo que desea agregar? ¿Algo que desea agregar?
One second, he's going to just answer
He's
the
going to
question.
answer my question.
Parece que sí,
Gracias.
correcto, sí. Sí, ahorita como usted conoce, pues los Estados Unidos tiene la más desarrollada tecnología y ciencia del mundo, y por cierto esta abarca y decanta en muchas de ese tipo de actividades. Entre esas la seguridad, mucha experiencia en aquello que nosotros queremos aprovecharla, además que la tecnología, tal vez, qué sé yo, naves, capacitación, aeronaves, que nos puedan ayudar a controlar este flagelo que cercena el futuro de la humanidad, pero fundamentalmente de nuestros niños y nuestros jóvenes.
Last night, as you know, we had a very interesting election, and from the standpoint of the Republican Party and myself, but from the standpoint of the Republican Party, it was a tremendous success. I got more votes than any incumbent president in many decades. That includes a lot of presidents, and it was really incredible, the love in New Hampshire. And by the way, we did the same thing in Iowa, and we were actually able to quickly count our votes. We knew within minutes after the poll how many votes we had, unlike the Democrats. So we had a tremendous success in Iowa, and last night we had a tremendous, very powerful success in New Hampshire. So it was a great honor, but setting that record in both states was terrific, and now we're off to some areas that I like very much. Nevada, you look at that, South Carolina, you look at that, I think we're going to do very well there. Probably setting up a major rally in South Carolina. We already have one in Nevada. So we'll be in those two locations, and we'll be at a few others also. But it's been incredible. The rally we had in New Hampshire and in Iowa, again, it was almost the same. They were both spectacular. You could have put them in a big stadium. We were already in large arenas, but you could have put them in a big stadium. We could have sold it out numerous times. So it was really, really terrific.
Who's the Democratic
We appreciate
frontrunner?
it. Yeah, we appreciate it.
Who's the Democratic frontrunner, sir?
That's a good question. I would say Bernie looks like he's doing very well.
Why is he
I
surging?
think people like his message. He's got energy. His people have energy, but they like his message. But a lot of people don't like that particular message. But there is a group that probably agrees with it, and whoever it is, will take them on. But it would certainly seem that Bernie Sanders has the advantage right now.
Will you debate whoever wins? Will you debate whoever wins?
Sure. I look forward to it, actually.
Lisa Murkowski moments ago. Lisa Murkowski earlier said that you shouldn't have gotten involved with the Roger Stone case. She said it's just bad. Some Republicans have said they hoped you would learn a lesson from impeachment. What lesson did you learn from impeachment?
That the Democrats are crooked. They've got a lot of crooked things going. That they're vicious. That they shouldn't have brought impeachment.
Anything
And
about
that my
yourself?
poll numbers are 10 points higher because of fake news like NBC, which reports the news very inaccurately, probably more inaccurately than CNN, if that's possible. MSDNC. And your MS, and if you take a look at NBC, no, I think they're among the most dishonest reporters of the news. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it.
Press, thank you, John. Thank you, press, let's go. Press, thank you. We're finished, still, come on, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us and checking us out here at Golden State Times. If you guys liked our coverage, make sure that you subscribe and you click that notification bell. We cover the president fairly and completely, 24/7, 365. So if that is the type of coverage that you want to watch, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. If you missed any of President Trump's speeches of yesterday, it's coming up on your screen. They're interactive. Click on them. They'll take you to the video you might want to watch. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and you share it on social media along with this report. Thank you so much once again for choosing Golden State Times as your news source, and we hope to see you guys here very, very soon. My name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times, and I will see you very soon. Subscribe, click the notification bell, and click the thumbs up button. It helps us out immensely. Peace.